Here we are bringing you some more of the Flair 1989 baseball cards. Here we have Floyd Bannister. Now what's really nice, a picture, is that in the back you get to know a little bit about him, the years and clubs that he's played, and all the different divided up scores. All that matters. And then you have your totals at the bottom. That makes a big difference on paying, huh? And the before and after the All-Star breaks. All right. George Brett. First base. A little about him. And some of the clubs in years that he's played. Little scores. He has a long history. He started in 71. Of course, these cards only go to 89. But here's the other half. And you know, you can pause the video at any time so you can really check what year you're interested in and what his scores were. Especially if you had a bet way back when and always wondered if you were the winner. There you go. Look at that batting average before and after the All-Star breaks. Bill Buckner, first base. A little about him. And again, some of the years and clubs that he's played. And here's the other half. And the before and after the All-Star breaks. Nick CAPRA. Outfielder. A little about him. The clubs and years that he's played. And did you know fact. I love the did you know facts. Those are always neat. 11 assists. Cool. And the before and after the All-Star breaks. Josh DeJesus. A little about him. And the clubs and years that he's played. Now, he only started in 83. This only goes to 89. So I'm sure his career continued after that. And some did you know fact. Track, basketball. Great. Very sporty, huh? And before and after the All-Star breaks. Kind of nice to see when they play more than one sport. Steve Farr, pitcher. A little about him and some of the clubs and years that he's played. And here's the rest of them. And the before and after the All-Star breaks. Jerry GLEATON. A little about him and some of the clubs and years that he played. Started in 79. And here's the other half. Of course, only going to 88 because these are the 89 cards. And the before and after the All-Star breaks. Mark Kubiska. Can't quite pronounce that one. Must be the French in me. He was a pitcher. Here's a little bit about him and the years and clubs that he's played. And what I like, the did you know facts. Very good. And the before and after the All-Star breaks. Tom Gordon. A little about him and the years and the clubs that he's played. Started in 85. And some did you know facts. And the before and after the All-Star breaks. Now I'm sure his career continued. Bo Jackson, outfield. Here's a little bit about Bo. I'm sure his career continued after this for sure. Because this only goes 86 to 89. It's only 3 years really. And some did you know facts. Oh, also did football. Wow. Trophy winner. And the before and after the All-Star breaks. Charlie BRET. Pitcher. It's a little bit about him. Some of the clubs and years that he's played. Here's the other half. And the before and after the All-Star breaks. MacFarlane, catcher. A little about him and the years and clubs that he's played. I'm sure his career continued after this. And the before and after. The All-Star breaks. Jeff Montgomery. A little about him and the clubs and the years that he's played. And the before and after the All-Star breaks. PECOTA, INFIELD. A little about him. Years and clubs that he's played. And the before and after the All-Star breaks. Jamie Quarks, catcher. A little about him. Half of his club and years. And here's the other half, along with the totals at the bottom there. Neat how they divide it all up so you know the score of every little thing about them. And the before and after the All-Star breaks. And he picked up, didn't he? Oh yeah. On the home run, on the batting average. Here we have BRET, SABERHAGEN, pitcher. That's a little about him, the clubs and years that he's played. Then the did you know fact. Wow. Leading team in city title. And then before and after. Looks like he really liked to win. Like they all do, right? Kevin Caesar. Or Sitzer. Third base. A little about him and the clubs and years. The did you know fact. Wow. And the before and after. Look at that. Batting scores are really good. Great. Love it. STILLWELL. Shortstop. A little bit about him and the years and clubs that he's played. The did you know fact, part I always like. His dad also played. How do you like that, huh? Great. And the before and after the All-Star breaks. Pat Tabler, first base. A little about him. Some of the clubs and years that he's played. Here's the other half. And the before and after. Ooh, really good batting. You got over 300 there. Great job. Danny Tadable. A little about him. Years and clubs that he's played. And the before and after the All-Star breaks. Pretty good, huh? Look at the home runs. Before and after. Wow. Gary Thurman. A little about him. Years and clubs that he's played. Of course, this is started in '83 and this only goes to '89, so I'm sure his career continued. And the did you know fact. Wow, I'm really good at stealing the bases. Very good. He's got a good eye, knows his distance. We got to know the other team really good. Frank White, second base. Okay, a little bit about Frank. In the first half of the club in years. Now, he started in 71. He's had a long history. And here's the other half. And the before and after the All-Star breaks. Willie Wilson, outfield. A little about Willie. Some of the clubs and years that he's played. Here's the second half. And the before and after the All-Star breaks. Roberto Alomar, second base. A little about Roberto. Clubs and years that he's played. He only started in, 85? And this only goes to 89, so I'm sure his career continued. Some did you know fact. Dad was really into it, huh? And the before and after the All-Star breaks. Very good. Love seeing that kind of history. And Sandy Alomar Jr., a catcher. A little about him and the years and clubs that he's played. And the before and after. Alright. Hope you've enjoyed my bringing these to you. Be sure to sub me, join me as a friend, and by all means, share the video with other fans. Alrighty. Bye-bye now.